Tell you about. It's an accident that's happening on Watson Boulevard. And what's that intersection or between the blocks where it's happening?
We're told it's shut down between Nelson and Peacock. So if that is your morning commute, I know Watson is a big commute for a lot of people. You're going to want to find an alternate route.
Definitely.
And we're going to get more details on that too.
Yes. So we can know when it's going to clear and everything. I know that's very important for everyone to know as they're getting ready to head out the door. So something to keep in mind. I know there's a lot of back roads around that area in Warner Robins. So hopefully you can navigate those this morning to get where you need to go. All right, everyone. Thankfully, you won't have to be navigating around any rain for the morning. That'll come a little later in the day. But we did pick up some beneficial rainfall yesterday. It was a really pleasant sound to hear some rain on the roof. And in some spots, you could see in parts of northern Pulaski, parts of Bleckley, also parts of Lawrence County, northern Lawrence County. You picked up close to 2 inches of rain yesterday. Isn't that wonderful? We definitely could use the rain, and we have plenty more on the way. But you can see some spots picked up maybe just under a ½ an inch of rain, others maybe just a trace amount with maybe just about 1/10 of an inch of rain. Nonetheless, any rain you managed to pick up yesterday was very welcomed. And that was, of course, thanks to our front that's now to our south. And you can see here this darker green color, that's indicating a severe threat. The severe threat is going to stay along the coast for the day today as this area of low pressure right here starts to move closer inland. And that is what we're going to be watching over the next couple of days. Where do these areas of low pressure set up? The closer you get to those centers of circulation, you get a little more spin, you get a little more lift, and ultimately that can lead to a severe threat. And you can see tomorrow, that is what we are going to be watching for. All of central Georgia under a level 1 of 5 threat for tomorrow. I think this is mainly going to be for the afternoon and evening. And you can also see that we're going to be looking for just about every threat. The potential for maybe some small hail, damaging wind gusts, maybe even a brief spin-up tornado. Now, a disclaimer on this, I do think the greater threat is going to lie in our southeastern counties and even further south, closer to the coast. So we're going to take you through all of it, starting with today, of course. We do have to get through today first. As we go through the morning, maybe a few light showers for the late morning hours. Once we head into the afternoon, that's when we start to pick up our coverage, maybe even our intensity of rain. We could still have some heavy downpours in the forecast today. We don't have much in the ways of instability. That's that fuel for thunderstorms. So I don't expect any kind of, again, much in the ways of thunderstorm activity. We might manage to have a stray rumble of thunder, but that's going to about do it. As we head towards 5 o'clock tonight, maybe a few lingering showers. I think a lot of the rain will be to the north of the area. In fact, the high resolution model also keeps us the rainiest tonight. So hopefully you won't have to run into much rain for that ride home. But of course, tomorrow is the day we're going to be watching as our front kind of changes its orientation across the southeast. So tomorrow morning, here's 8 o'clock. We'll have the chance for some heavier downpours potentially out to our west. Hopefully this timing can stay put so that we don't have to run into too much rain for that morning commute. In the meantime, down to the south along the Florida Panhandle, I think that's where we're going to be watching for any kind of maybe severe storm for the morning. I think, again, for us, it'll be the afternoon. So by 9 o'clock, maybe some rain, maybe some heavier rain, and still could have some gusty wind within this. But as this area of low pressure moves across the southeast into central Georgia, again, closer to this you get, especially on the eastern side of it, that's where you look for the better potential for severe weather. So like I said, I think the greater threat for severe storms is to our south, but we'll still be watching in mainly, I think, our southeastern counties through the afternoon. That's just simply when we're going to have the best ingredients for severe storms. Thursday morning, while it's going to be rainy, not expecting any severe weather here. I think any thunderstorm activity will stay along that front. So tomorrow, again, kind of a quick wrap up. I think we'll be watching for heavy downpours in the morning, maybe a stray rumble of thunder. It'll be the afternoon and evening when most of us will need to start being more weather aware. Be sure you have a way to receive weather warnings over the next day or two, and then we're going to keep rain in the forecast all the way through Saturday. We'll start in the 60s Saturday and end up at near 40 for the afternoon. Then we're waking up in the 20s on Sunday.